going to put on my head sail for the first time ever. I've never done it before. But, it's a 100 storm jib. On. You're supposed to pull it up with the main halyard. It doesn't need a downstay. It has two sheets. The starboard side is green, the port side is red, and that's to tack or jibe the sail. We've opened up the sail and checked it out. It's in good shape. Crewman here on it helped me check it out actually. And I put it on because it might be what we use for the most part to pull us to New Orleans. And I also have a 150, which basically means that it extends past the mast 50% the length. This 100 will be more efficient and easier to learn on and easier to control. So that's where I'm going to start. Captain Richard suggested I set it up myself. I've also got to do some bow repair today, so that's what's going to happen. The weather's not great for it, and Captain Richard would like me to help him with some fiberglass stuff, so he's been very influential in imparting his knowledge on me, and he's been sailing for 40 plus years, and I'd be a fool not to hang out and take advantage of the wisdom that he can impart on me before I take off. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I was up drinking with Captain Richard. We were across the way. We took our dinghy in the dark of night, my dinghy, a little electric one. It was quite fun. Saw an alligator. Good times. I believe that's right. Quite the time I've had with this leak in here, which is the rail, which I've just pulled, and I need to scrape that off and get it clean and put new sealant around the screws and underneath that thing so that I can stop having to collect rainwater as it comes in. It's probably one of 4 leaks that I need to fix, 2 of them being windows, and that I'm gonna probably wait because they're not very bad. So I've about scraped this out, as well as I can fuss with it longer, but at this point I'm ready to use a little bit of sandpaper and break this down. I might also, on further thought, remove a little bit of the raised grating here, so that way the adhesive will stick better. Actually, the groove might be better. Anyway, this is not a how-to instructional. I'm nobody's expert. So I'm pretty much just making it up as I go. The problem here is that I can't really hold the bolts or the screws in place while I fasten up the nuts that support them, because I can't reach my hand around and grab the other side. So the solution is more or less similar to how I got them out, and that is to clamp down a vice grip bolt and try to screw it up from the top, hope that the vice grip catches in the narrow area there and acts as the invisible person on the other side. So we're gonna try. Oh, do I? You do if you ever want to monetize, punk. All right then. All right, so I've got that one clamped on there with the vice grip. I don't know how well you can see that.
But now phase 2 is I'm going to try to go up there and screw this on, and with any luck it will draw down. But I might also offer like an obstruction, like say this peanut butter. Perfect. Now let's see if it works. Well, reverting to my original plan to use this, and after some effort I have resealed it. It's got a nice layer of marine grade sealant underneath, forming a nice lip to replace the old one. Still feels like it could be tighter, but it's really hard to do with only one person because I really need someone on the other side. But Tucker just won't do it, huh? Lazy crew. This is what it sometimes looks like in here. Don't judge me. Oh yeah, Golden Corral steak and meats and 2 pounds of food. Tucker? You piece of ham? Yeah. Power. The endless problem aboard the GeminonTraveler. My power. How do I have power? Well, I've got an inverter from an RV unit that I use, and I've got a couple of deep lead acid batteries that it hooks up to, but something in the house is vampiring my power off. And in addition to that, my 30 amp shore cable is dead after I tried to use a hot water kettle early on, which you can see in the preseason. I've had my brother out, and I've had friends on and other skippers, and right now the person helping me is Captain Richard, the English captain. We're gonna get some of him on film, but he insists that I cut his hair first, so we'll do that later. But just an idea of what we're looking at. I'm gonna bring the camera over, but I've got to disconnect you. So Captain Richard has brought a couple of battery chargers, and what we've done is we've unmarried the batteries, which were married with just jumper cables. And we have connected these two 6 amp chargers to each of the batteries. The batteries are not connected to anything at the moment. This is the inverter that was gifted to me at Hales Bar by our neighbor from an RV unit. And I've got that disconnected because I assume that even when it's off, it's vamping power. And these cables here, these additional cables, are for my 100-watt solar panels, which at the moment are not connected because the control panel that came with them isn't registering them, and that could be a short in the connection. And we're going to find that out today. We're also going to see if we can fix the 30 amp shore power. I have a friend that wants to come out to do electrical work, but let's see if I can't get some head start action. Captain Richard is very helpful, and I may have to exchange some labor with him, which is fine. But so set up to cut his hair. He's got his volt reader, that's his bag. And we've got our battery chargers charging. He's currently helping another skipper down the way. And Tucker, what are you eating? Yeah. Alright, so that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. And that's today's project. We're also going to repair some hardware in the bow rail and try to run the het running lights, which in season 1 episode 2 I put on new running lights, and I was never able to run them correctly through the bow rail because I lost the trail lead on it, but I did get them to work eventually. So I'm going to try to fix some of that, repair some hardware. The tide has come in, so the boat is way high up. It's usually quite low. And my fender is stopped working. Oh. This is my idea of trying to save the boat from getting banged up. Just an idea I copied. Board hanging from the side with a couple of fenders on it. I did manage to rig up that head sail, and she is hanked on and ready to fly. I just need to put the sheets, there's a red sheet, there's a green sheet on the starboard and port respectively. Tucker, you're fine. And I've deflated the paddle board because I think it might have a leak, and I also need to pull out the dinghy, which is falling apart and probably gonna cost me some money. So lots of fun things to do here today. We're gonna try and get it done because I've got exactly 1 week from today here in Mobile Bay. I've already been here 1 week, so 2 weeks total. And then I'm going to New Orleans. We may have someone coming up to help me crew the boat to New Orleans, which is good because I don't have an autopilot. And a second pair of hands could be helpful. So we'll introduce him later on, and I'm going to do some more repair jobs and try to take you with me for the process. So stay tuned. Papa! Alright, so this is my shore cable connection, and this is why it doesn't work. Because it is a little bit corroded. So Captain Richard's going to help me replace it, and I'm going to have to paint his boat, his 60-foot yacht. These are the prices we pay for being impoverished. Labor is the only currency I have, but I just had a 64-year-old man climb into my battery well and disconnect that for me, so suppose I can do what he asks. So, courtesy of Captain Richard, I now have a new cord. It's about the same length, and as you can see, it's not decomposing. And this is the original 30 amp shore power connector. And I'm going to squeeze into the locker now and get this to...
Hello all. Yeah, my name is Richard. Captain Richard if you like, but I don't usually profess to be that way, although I am a master mariner. And I'm just here to help TJ out with some boat repairs. At the moment we're doing electrics. I've just taken an electric cable out which was totally perished and absolutely beyond repair. So we've replaced the cable at the moment, and that's how we've got to so far. Then we're going to see if the electrics from the shore work onto the boat. My history is that I'm a master mariner and I'm 66 years old, and I intend to go back to the UK from the USA in the near future, sailing my own boat back across the Atlantic, hopefully single-handed.
I am down right now in the port locker. It's quite roomy in here. Alright, so I've misplaced a bolt here, and that's my fault, but we've got this new wire screwed in. This is where the shore power connects. And nice clean new wires, and we've got some of the U-shaped brackets coming from a friend of ours who's going to make it so that we can attach her to the circuit board. And we'll give it a test fire and see if shore power has been repaired. I've been drinking wine mostly. We ran out of beer while we work. This is what my deck looks like after our project. And we're not even done. But very soon I should have shore power restored. Here's the new small piece that we fashioned out of an old cord. She's about ready. Just need to clamp it, some ends on there to hook onto here. something like these little guys here. And with any luck, I'll have shore power for the first time since the pre-season. What episode was that? Hold on, I'm trying to think of it. I've been drinking a lot of wine. Power problems in casual cruising on Lake Lanier. It's about a 6-minute video. I'll post a link in the description if I use this. It makes it through editing. Am I more fun when I drink? Maybe I should drink more? Let's see. Let's have a look. Here's the cup. Season 3 is going to be a little different. First of all, we're going to be sailing. If I have my way, sailing will make it to this episode. Might be a good way to finish this episode, actually. Under sail to New Orleans. With a friend, Torin. Oh, he's a bit of a scallywag. And I can say that, as I've known him for a long time, and he might be joining me to crew to New Orleans. It's going to be a lot of fun. Otis is going to be pissed. Tucker, do you want to go to shore and go potty? Do you want to go outside?
Would you do, baby? Can you get it when it wants to? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I love you too. You're the most amazing creature. Well, let's go. Drunk Daddy's gonna take you for a walk. Typically the deal here would be a heat gun, but we are gonna use a lighter. Seal these guys up. Right, so those are sealed tight. Now I'm gonna, these little bits here we got from West Marine, which happens to be connected to the dock here very conveniently. And this bit of wire is a shore power cable that Captain Richard sacrificed in order to get the 3-part connection. What I'm doing now is just sealing these little tips on. Know that it is a solid piece. Move that down a little bit. That one was a little high. And with that, we are ready to go. On a boat. Dock it inside. That one goes to this one.
Greetings, travelers, and thank you so much for tuning in. Just wanted to take a brief moment to thank our Patreon sponsors, Jay Weinart, Jacob Metzger, and Christy Lee Dennis. Your support means everything, and I appreciate it. If you'd like to be a Patreon sponsor, you can go to patreon.com/GeminonTraveler and check out our tier program, or make a one-time contribution. Whatever works for you, and every little bit helps. Thanks.